Friend, let's make this easy. Did you know your daily actions might be hurting your dog's feelings more than you realize? Studies show that dogs have emotional intelligence comparable to a 2-year-old child, feeling loneliness, joy, and even worry just like us. They're not just pets, they're sentient beings, profoundly attuned to our energy and our routines. Today, we're uncovering 5 crucial habits you might be doing that could unintentionally break your dog's heart. And I promise you, after this, your furry bestie will be happier and more connected than ever. This isn't about shame, sweetheart. It's about strategy, about understanding the incredible creatures who give us unconditional love. This is freedom work for a truly joyful companionship, for both you and your loyal companion. Before the kettle sings, grab a sticky note and write this: 5 minutes of full presence for. Put it right there on your fridge or maybe on a sticky note on your ID badge, a constant, gentle reminder. This isn't just petting. It could be a quiet, focused chat or simply sitting together, acknowledging their presence. It's a deliberate pause, a mindful moment where your phone is away, your attention undivided. That small, intentional act of presence, right now, means the world to them. It's an instant emotional deposit in their little heart bank, building trust immediately. Think of it as a 1-minute win, a micro practice that yields macro results for your bond. Now, let's dive into these everyday habits that can unintentionally cause distress. First up, inconsistent routines and unpredictable schedules. Why it matters: dogs crave predictability. Imagine if your own daily schedule, from meals to sleep, changed completely and randomly every single day. Confusing and anxiety-inducing, right? Dogs thrive on knowing what comes next. Their internal clocks are remarkably precise, and disruptions cause stress. When routines shift without explanation, their bodies can even produce more cortisol, the stress hormone, making them feel constantly on edge. Consistency equals a confident pup, a dog who feels secure in their world. It's their anchor in a sometimes overwhelming human world. What to do? Establish a consistent feeding schedule, aiming for the same times daily. Keep walk times generally the same, or at least within a predictable window. Create a predictable bedtime ritual, even if it's just a final potty break and a quiet, loving goodbye. For you, maybe setting phone alerts. Dog's dinner time or walkies time. These simple alerts make consistency easier for you and profoundly comforting for them. Exact line: friend, a dog's clock is internal, driven by instinct. Consistent times for food, walks, and cuddles build trust and reduce anxiety. It gives them a sense of security that everything is okay, a clear nightlight path through their day. Remember, your routine is their stability, their foundation for feeling safe and loved. Here's the secret: dogs are pack animals, and in a pack, structure and routine define safety. They feel safest when the world around them is orderly, with clear expectations. Let me share a story. My friend Martha, a lovely lady with a bustling schedule, used to feed her terrier, Buster, whenever she remembered. Sometimes breakfast was at 7 a.m., sometimes at 10 a.m., and dinner was equally erratic. Buster started pacing, whining, and even having occasional accidents inside. It broke Martha's heart. Her choice: she set 2 simple alarms on her phone: Buster breakfast and Buster dinner. The change was immediate. Buster became calmer, more settled, and those anxious behaviors vanished. He knew when to expect his meals, and that predictability calmed his little heart. Situation: erratic feeding leading to anxiety. Choice: implement consistent mealtime alarms. Change: calmer dog, deeper bond. If walking is too much on a tired day, do 10 heel raises at the sink for you, then 10 minutes of gentle, calm petting for them, letting them simply be near you. Slow is cheap. Rushed is expensive for their little hearts. This consistency isn't vanity, it's freedom work for a calmer home. It's also a moment to practice a valuable communication skill. Say the total: I tap once. If it fails, void before a second. With your dog, this means give a clear command once. If they don't respond, don't repeat it or get frustrated. Gently guide them, then praise. You void the confusion before frustration sets in, creating a clear transaction of understanding. Next, using harsh tones or yelling asterisk. Why it matters: dogs are super sensitive to your voice, far more than you might realize. Their ears will thank you, and so will their heart. Yelling doesn't teach, it frightens and causes fear-based responses. They hear your volume and perceived anger, not your intended lesson. This can make them feel scared or unloved, stressing them out and even affecting their vagus nerve, which controls their rest and digest system. A constantly stressed dog is an unhappy dog. What to do? Use a calm, firm, but gentle tone when communicating. Focus always on positive reinforcement, rewarding good behavior with treats and praise. Observe your dog's body language. They're masters at reading your subtle cues. When you correct them, use a short, clear sound like ah, followed immediately by redirecting to an appropriate behavior, then reward that good choice. Exact line: instead of raising your voice or scolding, try a lower, steady tone when giving commands, a calm power formulation. When they respond correctly or exhibit good behavior, say, "Good dog," with warmth and enthusiasm. Always remember, your voice is a powerful tool in shaping your dog's behavior and strengthening your relationship, making them feel understood, not intimidated. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes we get frustrated, perhaps when they have an accident or choose something inappropriate. But imagine this: you make a small mistake and someone starts shouting at you, shoving your face into it. Humiliating and confusing, right? That's what it's like for a dog. They don't connect punishment to past mistakes, only present fear. Clean it up, keep training, and praise them when they get it right. Choose kindness over punishment, and you'll be amazed at the transformation in your dog's behavior and the depth of your bond. You're not being difficult, you're being clear and compassionate. Another story. My neighbor, Susan, had adopted a rescue dog, Sadie, who was very timid. Susan, unknowingly, would use a loud, sharp no whenever Sadie would chew on her slippers. Sadie would immediately cower, but the chewing continued. Susan was at her wit's end. Her choice: she learned about positive redirection. Instead of yelling, she'd gently take the slipper, replace it with a designated chew toy, and praise Sadie lavishly when she took the toy. The change: Sadie slowly learned what was acceptable to chew, and her confidence blossomed. The yelling only made her fear. The gentle redirection built trust. Susan learned that "I can't do that, but I can offer redirection with a calm command" works wonders. One more thing, asterisk ignoring their need for mental and physical stimulation asterisk. Why it matters: dogs are intelligent creatures, often with specific breed instincts. Boredom leads to sadness, frustration, and sometimes destructive behavior like chewing furniture or excessive barking. They need purpose, even if it's just figuring out how to get a treat out of a puzzle toy. Their bodies need to move, and their minds need to work. This isn't your typical bark. It can be a cry for help. It's an emotional signal, often misinterpreted as naughtiness. What to do? Provide daily enrichment through interactive toys. Schedule short, focused play sessions, perhaps 10 to 15 minutes twice a day. Incorporate scent walks where you let them really sniff and explore, activating their powerful noses. These sniffaris are profoundly enriching. If walking is a challenge for you, 10 sit-to-stands teach your hips to catch you, and for them, perhaps 10 minutes of a gentle game of find the treat indoors. You can even try the shoe test. Scatter a few treats in and around your shoes, let them sniff and find. It's a quick, easy brain game. Exact line: even 10 minutes of fetch or a game of find the treat in the living room can make a huge difference to their mental well-being. For their walks, let them sniff. It's their newspaper, their symphony of smells. My top concern today is that my dog gets enough enrichment. What are my options for new, stimulating puzzle toys, and when do we follow up on their progress with them? Why it works. For centuries, dogs have been bred for specific tasks: hunting, herding, guarding. Depriving a dog of mental engagement is like denying them a vital part of their being, creating a cabin fever of the heart. This lethargy, or conversely excessive destructive energy, can be a sign that your dog is trying to escape an emotional state, loneliness, or understimulation. Sleeping can become a refuge. Last winter, dear Alina, a friend of mine, noticed her little terrier, Pip, was pacing more, even with regular walks. She knew something was off. So she started playing hide and seek with Pip's favorite toy for just 10 minutes a day, adding mental stimulation. Slowly but surely, Pip's anxious pacing eased, and their bond deepened through this shared activity. One small game, big change for both. Situation: anxious pacing and lethargy. Choice: incorporate short, daily hide-and-seek sessions. Change: reduced anxiety, strengthened bond. Do this next. Not respecting their personal space and boundaries asterisk. Why it matters: just like us, dogs need quiet time and a safe spot they can retreat to when they're feeling overwhelmed or just need to rest. Constant physical interaction without choice, like endless petting or being disturbed while sleeping, can be overwhelming and frustrating. It can make them feel anxious and act out or become withdrawn. Imagine if you were trying to rest and someone kept poking you, even lovingly. It would be irritating, wouldn't it? What to do? Observe their body language carefully. Look for signs they want space, like turning their head away, yawning, licking their lips, or moving to another spot. Provide a cozy, quiet spot that is unambiguously theirs, a crate filled with treats and cozy blankets, or a dog bed in a low-traffic area. Teach children or visitors to approach gently and respectfully, letting the dog initiate interaction. Exact line. If your dog moves away or shows signs of wanting space, please give them that space immediately. Instead of going straight for the head, which can be perceived as threatening, focus on areas where dogs generally enjoy being petted, such as the chest, shoulders, and base of the tail. They will lean into you if they want more. You see, giving them space when they ask for it tells your dog, hey, I understand you, I respect your needs. This builds trust and keeps their tail wagging, truly happy to see you. It's like your personal quiet corner for your morning sink smile. It's a sanctuary. They need their own sanctuary too. Comfort is chemistry, not luck, for both you and your furry companion. What's your gentle breakfast that never fights you? Your dog deserves that same calm beginning. Consider Margaret and her spaniel, Poppy. Margaret loved to cuddle Poppy constantly, even when Poppy was clearly trying to nap on her bed. Poppy started growling softly when Margaret approached, which worried Margaret deeply. Her choice. She learned to recognize Poppy's subtle cues for wanting alone time, a quick glance away, a sigh. She created a quiet, cozy corner in the living room specifically for Poppy, with a soft bed and a blanket. The change? Poppy stopped growling, and when she did seek out Margaret, the cuddles were more meaningful and enthusiastic. It was a clear demonstration of may I pre-board for extra time to get settled, allowing the dog to settle into their comfort zone on their terms. Finally, lack of quality engagement when you're home asterisk. Why it matters. You are their world, their entire pack. Even when busy, short, focused bursts of interaction throughout the day prevent feelings of isolation and loneliness. This isn't just about walks or feeding. It's about genuine connection, making them feel like an integral part of your life. This isn't just a pet, it's family. When they're constantly nudging you, pawing, or bringing toys, they're not just being demanding, they're trying to connect. What to do? Make eye contact and speak to them throughout the day, even simple acknowledgements. Include them in quiet activities like reading or watching TV by having them comfortably near you. Schedule joy like it matters, perhaps a daily dedicated snuggle on the couch. Even a minute of focused attention, truly seeing them, can fill their emotional cup. Exact line, a warm, who's a good boy, or a gentle touch as you pass by makes them feel seen and loved. Say it, mean it. You're my best friend, because to them, you truly are. Don't be shy about communicating your affection. They absorb it like sunshine. Why it works. Dogs are incredibly social. They're masters at reading body language, those subtle shifts in posture, the way you hold your breath. They thrive on feeling included. A dog separated from its pack might pace the perimeter of its territory, driven by anxiety, barking, or seeking attention in undesirable ways. Similarly, your domesticated dog might exhibit the same pacing behavior or constant shadow following, Velcro dog syndrome, if they feel disconnected or anxious. Remember, your presence is their peace. Meet Sarah and her gentle golden retriever, Gus. Sarah often worked from home, her attention mostly on her computer. Gus would lie quietly by her feet, but sometimes let out a soft sigh or gently nudge her hand. Sarah's choice? She started scheduling short Gus breaks, 5 minutes every hour to just step away from the computer, make eye contact, offer a quick belly rub or a quiet chat. The change? Gus's gentle nudges became less frequent and his presence felt more contented. When Sarah was feeling stressed or overwhelmed and maybe couldn't sleep, she'd remind herself, okay, I'm awake. Rest is still restorative. I'll breathe and go dim. That same principle of gentle self-care can be applied to your dog. Even setting small phone alerts for a quick, mindful dog moment can be a game changer. You could even put a small wallet card in your purse with emergency vet numbers, just as a safety net, so you're always prepared for them. Now, a few red flags to watch for, because their health is paramount. If you notice persistent lethargy lasting more than a day, a sudden loss of appetite, unexplained weight changes both up or down, or a marked change in behavior like sudden aggression or extreme withdrawal, these are signs that deserve a vet's immediate attention. This isn't just behavioral, it could be something medical, a silent alarm bell. Once a year, ask your vet, Which medicines might raise fall risk for me, and can we prescribe? And for my dog, what new symptoms should I absolutely not ignore? New severe headache, chest pain, one-side weakness, those are critical red flags for us asterisk. Now, not later, and a sudden change in your dog warrants the same immediate attention. Let your vet know. My top concern today is it's new for them. What are my options, and when do we follow up, please? Let me repeat what I heard. I'll do X, call if Y, follow up on Z correct. You're not being difficult, you're being clear and advocating for your beloved companion. This is not vanity, it's freedom work. It's about cultivating a deep, respectful bond with the furry friend who makes your life so much richer. Recap: make their world safe and predictable. Practice small acts of presence every day. Schedule joy and connection like it matters. Which 2 habits will you start today for you and your furry friend? I'm cheering for you, knowing these small changes will bring so much more happiness and peace into your home. This is not vanity. It's freedom work for a life well lived, with a deeply loved companion by your side.